Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Elizabeth, and on this channel we talk about building your spiritual confidence so you can listen to your intuition and read your tarot cards with ease. And today I am going to take you through my 90-day planning process as part of my tarot astrology planner. We're going to be taking the 3 goals that I set for myself in the last video and lay them out using the worksheets that are in the planner to understand how you might map out your goals for each 90-day period and start to track what it is that you're getting on with and doing in your life. So without any more mucking around, I think we might spin the video around and have a look inside my planner, because I've got lots to show you and it's all there filled out for you to have a look at. So I'll see you in a minute. So let's take a peek inside my planner. So I've done a whole video walkthrough on this planner, and we've gone through the first 3 sections, which are, of course, the introduction. Then we've looked at the 12 astrological houses, and in here I've got notes on each of the tarot cards connected with the astrological houses. You've got your Golden Dawn tarot card layout. You've then got a layout of the astrological houses, and we did a video together where we did our Wheel of Life, and I talked about that. We then looked at reflecting on our Wheel of Life and looking at the different tarot cards, and this is the tarot symbol sheet that makes it super easy for you to record your tarot readings. And we looked at each one of the houses and the card associated with it and reflected on the spread. Then we went from there to looking at our houses and the scores we gave and what we think, why we think that was, and what we need to work on. Then we looked at setting some goals. So we did a goal mapping. We did, we chose 3 goals. We did a goal settings tarot spread to actually reflect on what we thought about our goals. We put 3 goals together using the SMART process. We then put the goals together with some action steps and some task steps. And then now we are ready for the planning section, which is where we are going to look at putting together some goals for a quarter. Now, here's the thing. Putting together goals is a little bit like trying to change a flat tire on your car while the car's still going, because you've got all this stuff happening and you can't stop your life. Even if you go on holidays, things happen. Life keeps going. So this is about you picking your 3 goals that you want to focus on and make sure you get done. It doesn't mean to say you won't get other things done in your life, but these are the 3 that you're going to focus on. So I put the 3 goals down here, and then I broke up the tasks. And you can see here, I've tried to break them up in a way that means that I'm not sort of doubling up. So I need to list what happens in my life in terms of biz and home tasks. And I need to draw a bit of a plan of what we've been doing, and I need to show Prince Charming. But I also need to get him to help me with downloading GoodNotes and sort of show him that as well. And I also need to put the tasks that I've put together into projects, and I need to show him that. So you can see how I've kind of got an alignment of the tasks as we're moving through. Then what I do is we have 3 months. So we've got the first 30 days, the next 30 days, which makes 60 days, and then the next 30 days, which makes 90 days. So you might put your planner together for October, November, December, or January, February, March. So like a 90-day or a 3-month quarter of the year. And you can see I've put my goals across the top, and then I've put my tasks that I plan to do underneath. Now, what I find always happens, because I am, as I said, woeful at planning, and part of the reason I made this journal was to try and get myself inspired to do it. And I am inspired, and I'm going to be, I can't wait to show you this Biz Life Planner I'm putting together, my Etsy shop biz personal life planner that I'm going to build. And I'm going to build it to be used online in GoodNotes. And when I do that, I'll explain, I'll do a series of videos on that and explain to you why I've gone to GoodNotes and all that sort of thing. But here, when you are putting your tasks together, if you're like me, you'll forget things. For example, I have got here, where is it? Plan your week, blah, 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 blah. Online research, purchase the iPad, download GoodNotes. Here we are. I haven't allowed any time for actually trying to work out how the jolly thing works, which I realized in hindsight as I'm going through this planner. So, you'll find that there'll be things you forget to write about. And you can add those in here because there's lots of space. This is A4 size, by the way, but, US letter turns out about the same size. And you can do a half letter or an A5 size into a nice planner if you want to, like I did with my A Card a Day challenge, but it does give you a lot less space to write. And of course, you can use these pages in an electronic diary, which of course, also, means that you can be typing in here and saving things, which, is a really great way to do it as well. So then we get to the quarterly review. So at the end of every quarter, you need to stop and review. So I've got a tarot spread here that I did, and I did a little breakdown of what I thought the meaning was that came out of that tarot spread. So the first position was achievements, and I got Knight of Cups. And I thought, that's working with Prince Charming and finding that emotional balance. This is such a new thing for us to be doing. And next year in particular is going to be a really different challenge, I think, because when you're at home with COVID, it's kind of different. I mean, I think working on my little business kept us both sane. But then from there, now life's a little bit different and we can go out and about a little bit more. So, it's going to be really interesting finding that challenge. Position 2 is Milestones. And so I had a real sense of moving forward and changing and leaving behind what doesn't serve me. And so I thought that was a really appropriate card. My challenge is keeping my life balance and my feminine energy and recognizing that, it's about balance. It's about the feminine and the masculine side of things. Goal 1. And I thought this was really appropriate because it's about take the time to make the right decision in terms of my, the hardware for my biz, whether I get an Apple Pencil, how much I spend, what size iPad I want, all of those things. And it's interesting that I got 2 knights because, that just makes me think of Prince Charming. He, the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles really do embody who he is as a person. And he, of course, is very actively involved in a lot of those sorts of things to do with my little biz. So there's that. Then goal 2 is get the plan done. Just get it done and get it finished. Finish it. And I couldn't get a more strongly finishing card. So stick to the plan. Stop getting distraction. And take action, even if it isn't perfect. Page of Swords. So again, the Page of Swords swings his sword around and he takes action. And, he might make a fool of himself and put his foot in it. But, he does it. And that's what I need to do. So again, the 3 goals, follow the plan, give yourself compassion and recognize that these goals are not the only things you're working on. And life gets in the way. And what you don't finish roll over into the next quarter. And remember, this is personal goal setting. This is not setting goals for, or even if it is in your own little business, it's not the same as corporate. You know, if you're running a business from home, the challenges are so very different than working in a corporate environment. So, your achievements in the last 90 days. And again, look, I know this looks awfully brief. I've done this just to give you a bit of an idea. I didn't really want to put myself out there personally. It's, you know, it's a big thing. I don't know who's watching this. So I've just put some very basic things down. So what got my achievements in the last 30 days? I've done my online research. I've purchased my iPad. I've done my list, biz and personal. I've downloaded GoodNotes and I've started learning how to use it. And I've done my rough draft of my planner ready to go into it. Non-goal related. I got my copyright trademark sorted, which is really excited. Well, at least one stage of it. There's a little bit more to do, and it's been all-consuming, a lot more than I thought it would be. So that's been something that has probably been a little bit sidetracking. I've revised the journals in my Etsy shop. October, November, December planner challenge. A card a day challenge, that should say. So that's all done. And new planning, a new planner sheet for that a card a day challenge, and 2 new journals in my shop, and I finished these planner videos. So I had a really, really good 90 days. I really did. And the things that I did, I achieved things. And this is where it can be really good to record everything, because although you didn't get your goals done, that's okay. You roll over what you didn't get done into the next month, and you add more goals to keep yourself on track. But the good thing is it's really good to record everything, because then you can see that you're not running around like a chook with its head chopped off, that you actually did get things done and it was a good quarter, and that you're not just, you know, paper shuffling. What milestones did you complete? Obviously my task list, getting my iPad set up, and the copyright trademark. And what are my challenges? Well, life in general, unexpected challenges in my business, and anybody that particularly has an online business, things change very quickly online. Just when you thought you had a program you could use or an approach you could use, things get shifted and changed, and you're like, oh great, now I've got to change everything and I've got to do it now. Oh, but there were other things I was going to work on. Well, that's bad luck, because this has got to get done. And I guess, you know, even businesses in real life have that sort of thing happen. And of course, my big thing is distraction. I get an idea and I want to do it now, and this is where recording things is good, because it helps to keep me on track. And certainly, you know, if I design a journal and I put it into my Etsy shop and it does really well, then there's that, isn't there? I mean, it's not a bad thing then, is it? So it's about recognizing what you're working on, what your challenges are, what's good about maybe the things that challenge you, and what other things maybe that you need to work on. Because sometimes in business, sticking to the plan is not a good idea. You might start something and it is a dismal failure, and you keep sticking to the plan and it's not working. There's no point. So having that ability to manage that distraction and managing that ability to pivot, I think is really important. And that's not just in business, but also in life in general. Being able to take a different approach, I think, is important. So what are your 3 impact goals for the next 90 days? So we're going to do the whole process again. Now you might decide that you're going to go all the way back here, and you are going to do a brainstorm, or maybe you're going to go all the way back to the beginning and do your Wheel of Life again and have a reassess of where you're up to. But use your tarot spread and your SMART goals to set your goals and get them really clear, and your tasks as clear as you can, remembering that you can add to things as you go along. But you can see here I've got Complete My Life Biz Planner, so that's my rollover from the last quarter. My social media scheduling plan is huge, and I need to put a lot of thought into that. I need to decide on the platforms I'm going to use, decide on the content. I know I need a scheduler. It's which one am I going to use, because the one I've been using I'm not happy with. And I like to chunk what I'm working on. I don't like to flit from one thing to another. So what are those chunks going to look like? What am I going to work on? How many different things? And then goal 3 is my YouTube videos. So I want to plan some content and I want to work out how I can get to monetization. Don't we all who have a YouTube channel? And so they're my 3 things that I'm going to be working on. And then, of course, our next section is ritualize. I'm going to do a separate video on that because I want to talk about how you record everything you're doing day to day. And there are such benefits in doing that. It's not my long suit. It's not something that I want to do with you in terms of changing content. This is kind of a little step to the side for you to learn how to use the tarot in your life in a different way and think about doing some planning. And I want to show you, I've got some lovely planning sheets in here to show you different ways that you can record things in your life and make it fun and different and useful to you. All right, so that is my Tarot Life Planner that has a little bit of astrology in it as well, using the astrological houses. I do hope you've enjoyed looking at it. We've almost finished, and I will do a wrap up right at the end where I take you all the way through the planner as well. Take care, everybody, and I will see you again in the next video. Goodbye.